This is how to become unrecognizable in 90 days. Transform your creative business and rebrand your entire identity. This video is 3 parts. We'll talk about the mindset you need, the daily habits you need to actually lock in and change your life, and the monthly theme we're going to bring to create focus and really see change through those next days. Now, if you're here, you've probably been feeling a little bit sluggish, like you're not living up to your full potential. Somehow you know you've been slacking or you've been stuck in stories of lack or scarcity or things are not working out for you. This video is what you've been needing to truly lock in and transform your life in the next 90 days. Now, I'm Marjolaine, and I work with creative women entrepreneurs for the last 8 years to not only grow their dream business, but also build it alongside their dream life. Because for me, everything is connected. And that's why this 90-day challenge to lock in isn't just business, it's business, identity, and mindset so that your entire life feels the shift. Because when we move our energy and we change our frequency, everything has to level up to meet us. So grab your journal, grab a warm drink, pause this video, lock in with me, okay? This is going to change your life. Now, the first thing we're going to do before we even talk about what to do for this 90-day challenge is we have to call out our weakness, our smallness, our hesitation, our pity stories, okay? No victim mindset is welcomed is this 90-day challenge. So I need you now to take a minute. You can pause this video and I want you to write down, what are the ways in which I have been playing small, self-sabotaging, pretending I'm a tiny, teeny person when I know I am a badass, really cool creative, and I have so much to give, but I've been giving my life like 5% of what I know I can give, okay? So just write down the stories, get them out of your system. Let's get them out of the way, kick them out of the house so we can log in together for this challenge. So pause the video, write down the excuses, smallness, the little voices that have been telling you you're not good enough, you don't have what it takes. Let's put it down. Let's fold the paper. You can safely burn it, dispose of it, put it away, okay? Every time you notice those voice of smallness, I have a video on this, voice of smallness, catch it and say, not today. I'm locked in for the next 90 days and you're not allowed in. So that's actually your assignment number 1. You're going to become a detective to smallness. Every time for the next 90 days, you notice a little, oof, oof, oof. What if? Am I? Okay, you catch it. You notice it. You say, oh my God, I just allowed in the voice of smallness. I'm not small. I'm not teeny tiny. I'm a powerful woman and I'm going to go get my dreams and this is not allowed in. And you got to tell it, not today. You can come back, say hi in 90 days, but not today. Notice the voice of smallness and create a clear mental boundaries to keep it locked out so you can lock in what you really want and operate at the potential you're meant to operate at. Because I know you're here because you're talented, you're skilled, you're gifted. Your biggest fear is probably not to live up to your full potential in this life. And I get it, okay? But don't worry, I got you. And we're going to make sure for the next 3 months that you lock in and actually realize that it is in your hand to go get your dreams. There's nobody coming. You don't have to wait for the next client to state you. You don't have to wait for your circumstances to change. We're changing from within, okay? So here's where it begins. Step 1, lock in the mindset of somebody that believes in themselves. This is where we start building the story of the woman that has such deep self-worth, such deep self-belief, that is so powerful and confident that she literally doesn't need anything or anyone. Because I'm sure you've heard it, the most powerful person in the room is the person that doesn't need anything, right? And we embody that energy when we realize we're so deeply worthy and no matter what crumbles around us, we are holding ourselves. We got ourselves. And this is where we start believing in our path, our power, and our potential, and our ability to bring it forth. Because you're not yet as cool as you're going to get. You're not yet as strong as you're going to get, But what you are is someone that chooses to believe in themselves. This is the biggest bet you're going to make to change your life. I need to ask you right now, are you willing to bet on yourself? And not necessarily who you see today when you look in the mirror, but who you know you can be. Because self-belief is, first and foremost, it's a choice, right? We need to choose to bet on ourselves. And every morning, we need to choose to bet on ourselves again. Even when we fail, even when we have setbacks, even when things are looking tough a little bit and it's a bit hard and a bit shaky, we got ourselves. And this is where we start building a story of self-belief no matter what, and know that even if everything was to crumble, we would still stand. We would still be okay. We would keep going. The mindset that helps me with this is what I call plan A all the way. And this is what I wrote in my journal about 10 years ago when I started this wild ride of building my own path, building my own dream life. And that commitment allowed me to lock it in because no matter what was going to happen, I was going to keep aligning with my plan A. Plan A being my happiest, most successful, most free, most thriving self, the vision I had built of my dream life, right? And that allowed me to know that I get to withstand whatever arises, whatever happens. If you are into fantasy and you might have read Throne of Glass, the sentence that Aelin, the main character, uses throughout the entire book is, "You do not yield." Strong female character often teach us how powerful it is when we have this mantra that locks us in. No matter what, no matter how strong the wind gets, we do not yield. We withstand. I commit to play all the way. And now I built my entire path around this commitment. It stayed as my anchor. Aelin in Throne of Glass used "you do not yield." But for you to have this strong mindset for the next 90 days, I want you to lock in your own mantra. This is the pivotal time in your life that you might look back at in 10 years fondly, because that's the moment where your success became inevitable. It wasn't anymore what if, it was it is. So it is. This is my choice. No matter what, I lock in. Because this 90 days journey is just the beginning. You get to stay focused and locked in forward forever because we don't step back. We don't hold back from becoming who we're meant to be. Growth is a never-ending journey. And this is your invitation right now to pause the video and lock in your own mantra. You can use "you do not yield" from Aelin and Throne of Glass. You can use my own, "Plan It All the Way." But I invite you to close your eyes and tune in with your intuition here and choose, what is the anchor mantra I want to lock in here to know that starting today onwards, my life will never be the same. Because I will be committed and I will withstand no matter what, and trust that I have the belief in myself and I'm betting on myself so that I'm okay through all the ways. Take a moment, write it down. What is your lock-in mantra? Now, the reason we do this is because entrepreneurship, especially as a creative, as a visionary, as an artist, it's a mindset game. I would say up to 90% mindset, okay? And I'm not talking about the 80-20 rule here. I'm talking about the fact that to go through the waves of reinventing ourselves, leveling up, being challenged, learning new things, noticing our skills gap, growing a team, growing income, increasing our capacity to receive, figuring out our offers, our genius, like all of the things that creative business really is. A lot of it has to do with how willing we are to meet ourselves in the honesty mirror, face our fears, face our shadows, stand up again, and withstand the waves, the wind, whatever is thrown at us. Entrepreneurship is hard. And it gets to be easy. And I know this is the paradox, but we need to be willing to do hard things from a place of choice. Here's the thing. It's okay to do hard things, and we need to give ourselves permission to do hard things, but it needs to be 100% our free will. We only suffer what we do not consent to. And a lot of the times when we're employed or when we're working for somebody else's dreams or when we're not truly in our zone of genius and just being almost led by all of those misaligned clients, we haven't fully consented. A part of us isn't all in. We don't really want it. And so we can't truly do the hard thing that lead us to success. But when you do hard thing from a place of 100% free will, oh, the game is good. Okay. Back to my Aaron in my throne of glass. When you train to be strong, when you burn your hands to learn how to master an element, you're there because you choose strength, right? When you're a musician and you play an instrument almost until your finger bleed, not to be dramatic, but almost, you do it because you choose to do hard things for the vision you hold so dear in your heart. And that's why our second thing we're going to do for this 90 days is we're going to learn two things. An anchor vision is necessary. Without a clear vision of what you want, you won't be willing to do the things to get you there, okay? That is basics. We need a clear vision. And the second thing we need is clear steps that are repeated across time that might be hard, but that are chosen and 100% in our control, our free will, okay? So I need you right now to lock in with me for those 90 days, to choose a vision, a focus. It can be an anchor 3 months from now, right? If it's a fitness goals, for example, you would be able to say, I want to be this and this physique in 3 months. This is my lock-in commitment. I see it in my mind's eye. I see the vision. I see the vision of myself super, super fit. Obviously, this is a video about creative business growth, rebranding your identity, and just locking in to completely transform your life. So make that goal something you truly, truly want. Maybe you've been pivoting your creative career and you're really stepping from service provider to artist and you're ready. And your vision is, I'm an artist. I stand in my artistry 100%. Maybe you've been locked in a ceiling of income for a couple months, couple years, and you're just like, no more. I am no longer willing to play small. I'm no longer willing to believe that that's as good as it gets, that's all there is for me. And you lock in a new level of income. And again, the number themselves are just part of the picture. Make the picture full. Maybe you're thriving. Maybe you see your calendar booked out. Maybe you're working with the coolest client you want to have brunch with, okay? Choose your anchor vision here. I'm not going to limit it to one life area, but it has to be one picture, one short film. You can see it. It's clear, okay? You know what you've been calling in. That's probably why you clicked on this video. You're ready for that next level. You know where it is. Is it your finances? Is it your clients? Is it your brand online? You're ready to blow up and actually be seen? What is it? Is it an identity shift from maybe graphic designer to painter? I want you to choose it right now. Pause this video and write down your anchor vision that you will keep in your mind's eye through the day, no matter what. So we have our locked in commitment, and now we have our locked in vision, which should look like a small movie, an image that is alive, breathing. You can smell it, you can feel it. Write it down. Now we're going to lock in our second thing, okay? We're going to lock in the thing that brings it all together. We have a vision, we need actions. Most of us creatives are stuck in loops of overthinking, right? Long pauses where we stop because we're stuck in between decisions like, oh my God, should I raise my prices or not? Should I launch this or that? What should I say in my Instagram bio? What if this? What if that? I want to launch this project, but what if nobody signs up? Da 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 da. You know exactly what I'm talking about. This overthinking madness has got to stop for the next 90 days. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to make an identity shift, okay? We're going to go from overwhelmed creative to confident decision maker. You call the shots. You make the decisions. You lead your life with such boldness that you're okay making a decision, and then, if you need to, making a new decision. When you're in the in-between, you're not able to get any feedback onto the action, if it works or not, if it's what you want or not. Because let's say you raise your prices, okay? And you realize on the next sales call that it is not working for you. Okay. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. Maybe we need to work on our sales skills. I have a free sales masterclass. I'll link it below. Maybe we need to work on trusting ourselves. Maybe it's a mindset thing. We adjust. We make a new decision. I will do this masterclass. I will get a coach. I will wake up earlier to visualize. We don't just wait in the in between. For the next 90 days, we move with certainty. We make bold decisions. We make bold leaps each and every day. And that's why here, I'm not asking you to just commit to a set of action. Okay. I'm asking you to commit to making decisions every day. So your assignment here is to make 3 grounded decisions every morning, no matter what. You practice being a confident decision maker. So let's recap where we are so far before we lock in our last element for this 90-day challenge. We had a clear mantra, a clear sentence that becomes our anchor, right? Something we can rely on when it gets difficult and tough. Then we have a vision that we see growing and evolving. It's exciting, it's honest, it just stays so good there. We want to be there. Then we have a choice to be someone that makes decision, that doesn't stay stuck in overthinking, in the in-between. We are willing to do the hard thing of failing to get feedback onto the fact that it didn't work out instead of constantly protecting ourselves from failure by staying in the in-between realm of overthinking. We move, we take action, we make decisions. And so every day we are making 3 grounded decisions that hopefully translate into action. So now what did I mean about, it's okay to do hard things? What I mean is, let's say we're back to our fitness because just such easy illustration. Let's say you commit to becoming really, really strong. Okay. You lock in, you will commit to going to the gym 3 times a week, 5 times a week, twice a day. Whatever is required, if you're an athlete, different level than if you just want to be healthy and happy. You need to choose the level of the game you play and put in the committed time blocks of doing that hard thing in your calendar, sitting through the discomfort of being there, maybe feeling the resistance of the muscle growing, the mind growing, the business growing, the income growing. It's okay that it's difficult if it's new. It's okay that it's difficult if it's challenging you, but you're choosing it with 100% free will, so you want to be there, okay? So here I want you to choose only one time block, and it's going to be a daily time block. It can be 5 minutes a day, it can be 10 minutes a day, but it's dedicated to the version of you that lives her vision. So let's say that you're a graphic designer wanting to become a painter. You will say 5 minutes a day, no matter what, I paint. It can be on my little watercolor booklet. It doesn't have to be this massive project. It doesn't have to be sitting for 5 hours. Here, what we're practicing and committing to is no matter what, every day, we embody the version of us we want to be. Because I think the biggest mistake we make as creative is waiting for the perfect time, the perfect moment, the perfect afternoon to paint this huge painting instead of realizing that what matters is showing up for who we are meant to be, who we choose to be every day. That version of you in the future, you need to hold space for her today. And that's why this daily time block is a commitment to self. It's the commitment to who you're becoming. It's your higher self date with yourself, okay? And I'm saying as little as 5 minutes because it would be enough. Even if you wanted to become a delicious chef that cooks such good food, 5 minutes of practicing a recipe is plenty of time to do something, to work on a skill, to write down ideas, write down recipes, review something on the blog. It never has to be this huge thing. I think we have such a big undertaking in our mind that creates an illusion, which makes us procrastinate, right? I need to write my book. Well, good luck doing that. You're telling your mind you need to write an entire book subconsciously. And of course, you have resistance. I'm going to sit down and write something for 5 minutes. All of a sudden, it's much easier. Okay. So I want you to choose now, pause this video, choose in your calendar your lock-in higher self date daily. It's up to you how long you make it. I don't know how much time you have. I don't know how much time you choose to invest in who you want to be. But lock it in, and it's a daily thing. It doesn't matter how long it is. It matters that it's every single day. Okay? Now, we're almost there. Do you feel already the shift in energy coming through? This 90-day challenge to lock in. Now, the last thing we will do is we will consciously work on our identity as a creative business owner. And that identity work is becoming an anchor from which we operate when we make decisions, when we show up, when we notice our energy. If you're building a brand online right now and you're showing up as someone that's not successful, people feel it. If you're getting on a client call and you think they can't afford you, they feel it. If you're showing up on LinkedIn or on TikTok or Instagram and you're thinking nobody's coming, they feel it. Our energy, our identity, the way we carry ourselves speaks louder than our actions. And so you might be doing a bunch of hectic things throughout the day, but if your energy doesn't meet your actions, it's not giving you the result you want. And so that's why when I say 90% mindset, it's identity work. At the core, you need to work in believing that you already are successful. Clients are happy to work with you. Clients are coming. People are buying tickets for your show. People are buying your art. Your community is growing on social media. How many times have I heard someone say, I launched this program, but only 1 or 2 people signed up, as if it was a failure? A winner, somebody that believes they're deeply successful and deeply worthy, sees that this is part of the game. It's part of a bigger picture. It's leading them to the next thing. And you can bring in gratitude, right? When you're in a story of looking for something to change or feeling defeated in your energy, you maybe don't dress up, you stay in bed, you're scrolling. You know what you do, right? Your self-sabotage patterns that you're allowing in each day, that's you not believing something is happening, something is shifting. And that's why the number one thing you need to pay attention to for the next 90 days is in every action that I take it as a woman that is already living her dream life, already living her dream vision. So when you're about to scroll, ask yourself, is this what I would do? Because the thing is, there's nothing wrong with scrolling. Like, it can be a valid and fun form of entertainment. But when it's self-sabotage or just self-hatred disguised as numbing ourselves, like when it's not coming from the right place, it's not contributing to us getting our dream, right? So what we need to pay attention to is from which place is it coming from? If you intentionally make yourself a cozy tea and a cozy setup to scroll intentionally your favorite recipe or something that makes you feel good, good for you. It's coming from the higher self place. But if your higher self would be on stage performing or speaking to an audience, maybe do something similar to that in that moment, right? Because we're maybe not there yet, but there's a version of there that exists here and now. You want to speak to big crowds as an international speaker? Go live on TikTok. 1 person shows up. What does it matter? You're practicing being a speaker that speaks internationally to crowds. And so we want to actualize our vision into our current reality by looking at what is closest to what we would do as our higher self. And when I say the whole day, I mean the whole day. In the way we dress up, in the way we show up, in the way we speak to clients, in the way we show up to calls, in the way we treat ourselves, we move. This is conscious, intentional identity design every single day. At the end of the day, you can audit. Where have you played in the old frequency? And where have you embodied the new energy? And if you keep yourself in check every day for the next 90 days and do that evening journaling practice, you will lock in and completely transform your life in only 3 months. Now, thank you so much for being here with me today. I can already see all of you changing and shifting energy and stepping into your own Plan A all the way. I would love to have you join me inside Plan A all the way, my free community for both women going after their dreams. And I'd love for you to drop in the word you chose in today's video so that I know what you're locking in for the next 90 days. What's your anchor sentence? What's the identity you're stepping in? What's the dream you're actualizing and embodying starting now? If you're looking for one-on-one support, feel free to apply below, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a beautiful one.